Welcome in. Thank you for being here and sharing your beautiful energy. I've cleared your space and I'm sharing from my heart for the highest good of all. I invite spirits of the light for whatever messages they'd like to send through me. I'm always learning, always listening, and sharing whatever comes through. Today I have the Yogic Path deck we're going to do something a little different. Oh, that card already wants to come out, so there we go. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, and before I get into the deck, I have a few other things to share. But I'm a person who practices yoga. I'm not a yoga expert. This is a beautiful deck. It has a lot to say, and in order to be sure that you get the messages the deck would like you to receive, I am going to read from the book for each card. I'm going to ask 3 questions, 3 cards. So the first question, what is the main theme for this reading? The second question, what energy are you currently dealing with? And the third question, what energy would you like to explore to assist you further? So 3 cards from this deck, and then we're going to get that information from the book so that your answers are clear. And I'll interpret whatever comes to me through the card also. We have the turtle with us today. He's bringing the energy of a humble heart, learning to protect your heart, and being home in yourself, and slow and steady. And then we have green fluorite, also related to the heart. I'm just going to read about this. I love crystals. I'm not an expert, and when they want to come in, I want to be sure and get you the information that's accurate. So it is a genius stone, a stone of discernment and aptitude. It enhances mental clarity and intuition, clearing your auric field, improving your energy flow, protection. Okay, so that's why we have the turtle. He's protected. He has a shell that he carries with him. He's at home in himself, and he has a humble heart, but he protects his heart. Personal growth, calmness, and healing emotional trauma. And it says it's related to the heart chakra. So the color green, your heart chakra, maybe you're working with your heart chakra right now. And I'm going to get a card from the universal deck. The universe has your back. I have to be careful putting the cards down now. This new system I have set up for my camera is very finicky, and if I move the table very much, it shakes the camera. So I'm just learning to work with that. I really don't know why it's doing that, shaking the table when I put the cards down. And then I'm going to get a card from Louise Hay Power Thought cards. Just put that one under here for now until we're ready for it. Okay, so this is a little bit different kind of reading than what I've been doing. As the channel unfolds, I'll just do what I feel called to do, or led to do. And we'll see how it goes. Okay, so the first question, what is the main theme for this reading? So also I had the message that you had a vision, and it's been coming in slow and steady. Oh my, okay. That makes sense now why I picked the turtle. Something is building. Things coming in stages with your energy and how it flows or how it's not flowing. So those messages came in, and also asking questions about what you want. You can choose a different timeline, something about your unconscious mind and working with your parasympathetic nervous system. Also the earthing movie, we got the earthing or the grounding card a couple of times recently. So grounding in your body. Dark Night of the Soul, and automatic writing from a stream of consciousness. So those were the messages that came through for this reading. And let's see, what is the main theme for this reading today, please? We have this elephant, we have pinks, reds. So root chakra, there's some yellow, the solar plexus. Maybe you've been working with your psoas muscle, releasing. What do we have about trauma? Releasing trauma. Releasing trauma. Your parasympathetic nervous system coming online, moving out of the sympathetic nervous system, moving out of fight, flight, freeze, fawn, people pleasing, and moving into rest and peace in the body. Did I just dream of that? That I thought we had something about trauma in. Let's see. Okay, so maybe that's not significant at this moment. So we have the color pink. Let's see, I have a sheet that helps me with what all the colors mean. Nurturing and affection, inner child compassion, love, healing, and softness. So I have all these flowers surrounding this creature. He's holding something here. So let's see what the book has to say for what is the main theme for this reading. So let's see. Isn't this a beautiful book? Maybe you're a yogi at some level in your life. Maybe you're a beginner, maybe you're a teacher. Let's see. Bear with me just a second. Okay. This book has beautiful colored images. If you are a yogi, you might enjoy this deck. So you're at the beginning of a new venture that is going to bring you great joy and success, okay? So that ties into this with you had a vision. It's coming in slow and steady. Something is building. And you're at the beginning of this new venture. You've been having roadblocks removed. Roadblocks that have been placed before you are being removed, granting you smooth transition into this very moment. These roadblocks are inner roadblocks, ones that have been in your mind. So calming your mind helps you to overcome these obstacles. This is for good luck. So you have good luck in this venture. So if things have been feeling a little more difficult than usual, writing down an honest tally of how you're doing in various areas of your life might help you. Your career, relationships, community, service, and spiritual practice. So as you are making your effort, then Spirit will begin to be able to remove obstacles. So the main theme of this reading is you stepping into this vision here that you've had, and it's coming in slow and steady with the turtle. Okay, so that is the main theme. And here we have this card. It's kind of a red color, so it makes me think of the root chakra. Maybe you're working on the root chakra also. Maybe you're just working on clearing all your chakras right now, your energy field. So the question is, what energy is this person currently dealing with? Okay, so dealing with clearing all the energy fields. But this one is the root chakra, so we're going to go with that. You're dealing with clearing your root chakra right now. This looks like this is a lion here. Look at that. There's a lion at the foot down here, but it's not, it's a quiet lion. It's making peace with this snake. They're not fighting, the snake and the lion. Like, they're working together. They're in harmony. The lion is in his quiet courage, and the snake with his wisdom. He's shed a lot of skins. The snake has gone through a lot of transformation, and he's here to support the lion with his wisdom. So these are two aspects of you, maybe, the lion and the snake. The lion, as you step into this vision that is at the beginning stage, and this part of you that's been through a lot of healing of your trauma and has gained a lot of wisdom from that, is the advisor to this lion. And then we have this being here, seeing that as like watching over you. And why are you in the corner here like this? It's like, not, well, I guess that makes sense. You're at the beginning. You're not fully into this card yet. This is still really present, the working on the root chakra. So yeah, so still working on shedding old skins, working on grounding, working on the deep rooted things that may be causing you obstacles. So let's see, what does this card have to say? I'm just like, when I go back and edit or, load this video, I'm going to look and see if there was something about trauma in the beginning, because now in my notes here that I have, I don't see it, but I really remember that it was here. It's almost like was that another timeline or what happened? It's here. You can choose a different timeline. Or did it come from my unconscious mind and I just said it, but it wasn't here? That is so weird. Maybe that's something that's going on for you. Like you remember something one way and then you can't find evidence of it actually being that way. They call that the Mandela effect. Yeah, maybe you've been having a lot of that go on right now in your life. Something with the Mandela effect of things being one way and then being another. You have a specific memory of it being one way and somebody else remembers it another way. Okay. All right, so this card, let's see. Page 105. This is about deities. So, yeah, so seeing that as spirit helping you along your path. Goddess of inner strength and protection. Okay. You are exhibiting great strength in the face of things that would make others, including former versions of yourself, crumble. Yeah, so you've had a lot of shedding of skins, a lot of leaving the past behind, and so this is the energy you're currently working with. Great strength, facing things that would make others, including former versions of yourself, crumble. So it says she's carrying a bow. That's a theme, that's a thread that's woven through the readings. A bow and arrow. Also a sword, a trident, a lotus, thunderbolt, golden discus, and coach. You're embodying her fierce strength and loving protection. With our turtle, loving protection. You have overcome major hardships with your willpower and will continue to leap over any challenges that confront you. Okay, yes. So this first card was talking about some obstacles with this new vision that's coming in slow and steady, and your mind as it heals, and you work with the chakras, the energy fields, and these two match in color. So yeah, it's the root chakra, the lower chakras, the solar plexus, the root, the sacral chakra. So you're working on those energies right now. You've overcome major hardships with your willpower and will continue to leap over any challenges that confront you. Remember that hardships are temporary and an opportunity to develop tenacity. Okay. And the third question, what energy could you explore to assist you further? And look, blue. The throat chakra. Blue and teal. Yeah. Okay. So this person is of different minds. Like he's got a lot going on, a lot of directions. So with this vision, there's a lot of options. We've had that coming up. Also, there have been a lot of options and distilling those down into what's actually workable. This is the Brahma card, so the breath. So focusing on your breath, grounding. This blue makes me think of grounding practices. Didn't we have that too? Yeah, the Earthing movie. Maybe you might be interested in that. Grounding in the body. Grounding in the body. Yeah, bringing your parasympathetic nervous system online. leaving the sympathetic nervous system. Obviously, you need that sometimes for times when you're actually in danger, but you may have been living in that and not even knowing it for a large part of your life. Okay. So the energy you could explore to assist you further is your opening your throat chakra. So you've been doing a lot of work in these lower chakras. And then here we have the heart. Yep. So we've got the root at the base. Then we have the sacral chakra rising up into your hips, the solar plexus, getting up into the belly area, and the heart, and then the throat. So opening your throat chakra. So maybe more meditation, some kind of meditative practice, and maybe that's the automatic writing, getting into the stream of consciousness. So, Brahma. Okay, so I'm noticing something here too. So there's different categories for these cards: chakras, yoga, deities, spirituality. Each of these cards that is shown up here today, first we'll go here with the Ganesha, deities. It's in the category deities. And then we have Durga, and I'm not sure how to pronounce all of these cards. Like I said, I'm not a master yogi. I practice yoga, but I'm not a master. So, but it's also in the deities category. And then Brahma, also the deities category. So that's significant, obviously. Deities category. So maybe you want to explore that. What does that mean? The deities in the yogic practice. Wow, yeah, there's other categories too. Ayurveda. So there's quite a few categories that these cards could have fallen in, but all three of them for these three questions came out in the deities category. So, okay, Brahma. Let's see, page 121. They're all at the back of the book, too. It's interesting. Are they all at the back of the book? No, that can't be right. Okay. I don't know why I said that, at the back of the book. Maybe that has significance for you. Something about, maybe you read books from the back instead of the front. I do that. I start at the back of the book, and not in a novel. Well, yeah, I do that too, starting at the back of the book. I'm all over the place in a book. So maybe that is significant for you. It's time to create. Brahma, the creator of the universe and all beings, has come to you with the message. Now is the time to bring the idea to fruition. Yep. What is that idea you've been sitting on but haven't taken action? You've had a vision. It's been coming in slow and steady. Something is building. Yep. So plant the seeds into the earth and water it with your intention so it sprouts to life, benefiting all those around you. So I'm thinking of a practice that might be something you could try for this, is if you get a plant and set the intention with your plant to be like your life. Well, we're just going to stick with this. What your main thing that's for this reading, if you're wanting that to grow, you can write down all of the things about it that you want to happen on a piece of paper, and then crumple it up and put it in the soil when you pot your plant. And then as the plant grows and all of those roots grow into that paper and the plant grows up, it's a symbol of your idea, your vision, your project, whatever it is for you, growing. So as you see the plant grow, you know that's happening for you. And then, if it outgrows the pot, that can be a sign that your vision needs to start expanding, or it needs a new path. And you can do the same thing when you repot it. So yeah, so this is the time cycle through which the world moves from creation to sustenance, from sustenance to dissolution, and from dissolution to new creation. Yeah, so that's what I was just saying about the pot, like the planting and then replanting if it outgrows the pot. So Brahma comes to you with the reminder to remain in the cycle of creation, for that's the cycle of life. All things are in phases: work, relationships, and identities. So yeah, so things come in stages. When your energy is flowing in one way, it comes in fast. If your energy is scattered, it can be harder for you to feel in the flow. So your energy is going to have a lot to do with the way that this project or vision is coming in for you. Okay, so I think that's what we needed to get from these cards. Yeah, just putting my hands on the desk makes this thing shake. This is a really sturdy table. I don't know why is that happening. So strange. Okay. When I lean on faith, on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. So leaning into your faith during all of this, faith in whatever is supporting you, whatever you believe in, whatever brings you peace, leaning into that. I am beautiful and everybody loves me. Well, that's really sweet. This makes me think of the figure yesterday that was receiving all of the downloads and bringing them in for the group. Yeah, she even had this color dress on, and everybody had the brown hair. So having a positive mindset about yourself. I radiate acceptance and I am deeply loved by others. Love surrounds me and protects me. And here we have the orange and yellow. So the solar plexus, the sacral chakra. Again, tying in with those first two cards. So maybe that's a mantra for you that could help you during this time. Oh, wow. Oh, yep. Okay. The first chakra, the root chakra. I embrace courage, faith, and adaptability as they are needed for me to overcome my fear of change or of the future. I regularly remind myself to be positive and open to possibilities, knowing that I am the creator of my own destiny. I embrace the warrior within me. So embracing the lion within you, bringing that to center of your life. I remind myself to be a warrior and not a worrier. I am not a victim. I feel the fear and I do it anyway. I am ready and eager to move forward. That's the perfect card for this reading. So you have a project you're working on, you've been doing the work, you're ready to move forward, practicing opening your throat chakra and your breath. Maybe checking into the yoga deities and what could that mean for you. I acknowledge and express my emotions with grace and ease. Okay, I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you soon.